we're back to dry pink. We've had 2 tough away games and 2 tough results. I think particularly in the NYC game, I thought we played well against Toronto. I felt as if we dropped below the levels that we've probably played in this season. So it's an opportunity for us to get back to winning ways. It's an opportunity for us to get back to the levels and standards and qualities that we want to play at. And it's going to be a really difficult game. There's no easy games in the MLS. Chicago, even though they've only got 2 points at this moment in time, I feel as if they've got some really outstanding players, dangerous players, players that can cause you problems. And in the 2-3 games that they've played so far, I think they've been unlucky not to get maximum points in a couple of them. So under no illusions, we played them last year. We only got 1 point against them. It's going to be a really difficult game. In terms of the players that we've got out, Schneider's back in with us for this game. Obviously, we've got a couple of the internationals away, Robert Taylor and Joseph Martinez. Leo is probably a couple of days too soon for this game, but we're going to take it day for day. And apart from that, everybody else is in good form, and I want a reaction from the previous 2 games. Yeah, well, I think the key is for us to start creating more chances. We had good control in both away games. We've had more possession than the opposition, but it's the quality of our final pass, the quality of our actions in the final third that we want to get better. Yeah, I think it's creating more opportunities to get more control in the final third, better composure on the ball, taking the extra pass. I feel as if we are probably too rushed to get into the final third, looking to score too fast, where we just need to take the extra pass and be a little bit more composed, particularly in the final action. I think we're getting into some really good opportunities, and it's the quality of the opportunities that we now need to make sure that we get better. Well, I think every year you have to keep adapting. From where I was as a coach and manager probably 5-6 years ago, I think football has changed. The countries that I've worked in has changed. The gender that I've worked in male and female football. So you have to be adaptable and flexible. But in terms of the style in which I want to play, I don't think there's been much change. We see nowadays how trends in football throughout the world are changing all the time. From every single game, every single team within games now is changing systems. And 10, 15 years ago used to get to the point where every team had a clear identity in terms of the system. Nowadays, I think flexibility in systems, flexibility in movements are key in modern day football, because I think coaching now is at a really good level. Here. Well, I think it's massive for us. Our players feel really comfortable at home. In the first 2 games of the season, I've got to say our fans were incredible. The atmosphere was so good, and I think it was a major reason why we won those games, because of our incredible support. And Saturday's a big game for this football club. We want to keep winning games at home. We feel as if that's our strength, but we know it's going to be a difficult game, and so we're going to need Chicago to be playing against not just 11, but the 12th person that's going to be our supporters on Saturday as well.
Like you mentioned,
they've got really good experienced players. I look throughout their team. They've got experienced MLS players that have played at the top level, and players that can win any game with the quality that they've got. So, and like I say, I think they've played the first 3 games, and I think they've been really unlucky not to get maximum points in probably at least 2 of them. They were 3-1 up with 15 minutes to go in the last game against a really good Cincinnati side. So I think it's a really dangerous game for us. Good.